Welcome to Game Make Corp, a bi-weekly podcast where we reach into the Imagisphere and pull out the anniversary episode.
That's not how you're doing it, right?
Yeah, it's already done. We can't go back now. I'm the CEO of Game Make Corp, Beckers.
And I'm the CEO of Game Make Corp, Bryce.
Last time on this podcast, we made a game.
You sure you don't want to go back?
I'm sure. What did we name it, Bryce?
Animals 2.0.
Okay.
We made animals better. The same animals, good now. You know how you didn't like squirrels? They're good now.
What?
If you remember, we created trackers that allowed you to tag animals so that you could put them in your video game, our video game that we made and you paid us for, and it was great. And also you owe us money for all these trackers. In it, you could battle the animals that you have. So you got your family dog. Now you're battling them against the school bully's family dog, and you're so good at taking care of your dog, and he's like only takes him for walks every third Thursday, man. That guy sucks. But after like a week of Animals 2.0 being out there, some smart boys got all clever and they started eating the trackers themselves. And it turns out humans are the most dangerous animal of them all. And they started winning all the fights. So, on one hand, people don't really want to play the game as much because the humans are really overpowered. Good news, we've got a lot of tracking information about where our customers are and what kind of stuff they're up to. So, it's a win-lose situation there, but honestly, probably more win than lose. So how are you?
Oh, wow. I'm good. Let's talk about our interns. Let's see how those crazy kids are doing, right? They're mostly okay. But see, Bryce was supposed to go on this business trip by train to Siberia. And instead of going himself, he decided to send one of our interns, Johnny. And he didn't tell anybody. So anyway, the train mysteriously derailed on a bridge over a big canyon. So Johnny's dead. And I think we're starting to run low on interns. We're like at a quarter of what we started with. We're gonna need to go to another job fair.
Everybody wants to work in the games industry, and honestly, they probably should ask more questions about what kind of positions we have available.
Honestly, nobody ever seems to ask. They're like, yeah, video games.
I love those. You guys made Fortnite, right? And we're like, we
we did.
Something with Ford in it.
Sure we did, bud. Yeah. So on that note, sort of, please send us game ideas. On the Twitter, you can do the hashtag GameMakeCorp. You can just enter whatever random words come to your mind, and we'll probably put it in the podcast, and then you'll be famous like us.
Yeah,
and that's how it'll be.
Just open up Twitter, type in hashtag GameMakeCorp, and then let your Animals 2.0 walk over your keyboard, and then click send, and then we'll take that and we'll put it in the podcast.
I heard turtles are really good at game ideas.
Yep.
So, but you might have to type the hashtag out for them. Just make sure at least that's in there, or we won't see it. And you'll be sad.
I hear whenever turtles try and send tweets, they just go to Michael Jordan for some reason, so you gotta prep it for them.
Yeah. Michael Jordan. All turtle tweets reroute his way.
They really love him for some reason.
Mm-hmm. He's turtly enough for the Turtle Club.
Okay.
Yep. Do you have a game idea, Bryce?
Yes. Or I have a game concept.
Okay, that's a synonym for idea.
Okay, I'm going to workshop with you for the actual idea, but I have a starting point. Oh, no. This is a game where whenever you take damage in the game experience, it will randomly select a file from your hard drive to delete. So you don't have a health bar. You don't have to worry about game over screens. Really, the game over screen is the blue screen of death because the computer decided that the important files are the ones that it will select. And so it's going to be real good. I think that's the important thing that we need to figure out. We need to make the game really good, like a really good story, maybe some like pretty girls in there, maybe some ugly girls. I want every base covered. Whatever you're into, this game has it. It's a cooking game. It's a ninja game. It's a ninja cooking game. Both.
It's a turtle game.
The turtles are gonna love it. We're not going to sell to any humans. The turtles are going to, any turtle owners, you might be worried. Your turtle, it's just gonna end up on your hard drive, and the turtle's gonna be doing it. But yeah.
Turtles.
Becker saw a turtle the other day, and it's just she's all about them now. She just keeps saying turtles. Just people like walk by her office, and they're just like turtles, turtles.
Well, it's like yeah. So anyway, how about let's think. Let's
I would love to know where that thought was going.
Let's think about this concept you have here, because that's different from an idea now. How about?
Okay.
Do you think files should be deleted completely randomly, or will it start with like photos and precious memories and like work its way to system files from there?
Well, how like, is it gonna scan the hard drive and be like, okay, we're gonna look for the folder named Precious Memories, but it's just gonna.
I was thinking like all the JPEGs or the other types of photo picture types files first, and then like homework. Sorry, my video game ate my homework. Mrs. Smith
is a thing that's real. And we're helping all students with this. I think random is good because it'll be great for the speed running community. It'll be great RNG, but in this case, like the RNG is which files you can get deleted, and you could see. I'm trying to think, like people will probably try and gamify it with or try and cheat the system by putting a bunch of like random files in there, to trying to do it. And with just going for any files, it might take out the operating system in the first hit, and then you lose big. You could win big, you could lose big with this one.
What might you win? Where's the win big? You get your we'll write your name on your Hall of Fame wall on the main floor of the office. It's gotta be bigger than that.
We'll send you a certificate that said you beat the game. Good job.
We're gonna hire one of those skywriting planes, and it's gonna write your username in the sky above Times Square in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody who plays this game is gonna pick usernames like Big City Titty and stuff like that because they want it written in the sky.
It's like beating this game is both. I think. Okay, I was gonna say it's gonna be very good, but we're gonna take that off the table. It's not a good game. It's just a very challenging game because both you have to worry about your hard drive going bye-bye, and also the monsters. Lots of them, and they shoot so many bullets. So
and there's so much personal risk.
Yep.
That only the people with the largest genitals play this game.
But if you win, I think winning this game, we'll send you a certificate, and you can put that on your resume. Be like, I won the challenge game. People will be like, "Oh, you're the CEO now. Like you beat the game. Yeah, no one can do that. If you could do it, then you're the best at everything."
Right. And it's almost like instead of a get out of jail free card, we send you get a job free card.
Yeah. I mean, I think you can use this for a lot. Is put on your resume, put it on a dating profile. Like,
Ooh, yeah.
girls are going to swipe left on you, but then they click on and be like, he beat the game? Oh, no, I got to swipe right. I got to learn his strats. It's going to be the next hot game at Games Done Quick. They're just going to get rid of all the other games. They're going to try playing this game first, and whatever games are still left on the hard drive after that is the rest of the Games Done Quick. So it'll just really speed up Games Done Quick. There's only like 3 games survived.
We're going to just like selectively target competitors' games first. We'll do that on the sly. Clean those off of your desktop.
Yeah. I mean, we say it's random, but really it deletes everybody else's games and then goes for the homework. So that's my game. It's the challenge game. Is gonna, if you can beat it, you're gonna be the sexiest, richest, coolest person ever. But if not, you're gonna lose a lot. You're gonna lose a lot right there. So that's my idea. What's yours? What do you got?
I want to make another game.
That's good. I hear we should do that once in a while of this business.
Yeah. Yep. So this game is gonna be about a war. Between
a what?
What? A war.
Oh, okay.
What did you think I said?
Not that. Go on.
It's gonna be about a war.
WAR.
Between 2 different species of alien robots called metamorphers.
Now the mispronunciation that I hear in that same concept does sound like a different game idea that would be also quite interesting.
What did you think I said?
Don't worry about that. That's between me and our dear listeners. You know what she said.
I don't think they do know, because they speak English probably if they're listening to this, so they know what I said. And you are wrong.
So it's about a WAR with 2 people, 2 kinds. Go on.
Alien robots called metamorphers.
Okay.
And they're completely different from Transformers.
Yep.
Because they only transform into small appliances.
Okay.
So, they don't transform into cars and planes and stuff because that's ridiculous. This is way better. And only you are going to be able to help your little metamorpher friend.
Go on.
Let's call him Ladybug. He's a blender, and he's got to contact all his little friends.
His name's Ladybug?
Sure, he's a red blender.
Okay, that makes
Those
sense.
Bots. He's a red blender.
Not Ninja or any, popular blender brand.
We can't because of reasons. So
okay.
He's got to contact his little alien robot friends.
Mm-hmm.
So metamorphers, they're gonna be the manual bots and the phony cons. I thought about this.
The manual bots?
Huh?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Why
Because they're not Autobots.
Go on.
And the phony cons.
Fine.
Yep. So instead of standing around uselessly, because like the humans in the Transformer universe, honestly, they're totally useless. They don't do anything.
Okay.
Except for get in the way. You can grab yourself up a baseball bat and you can actually beat up some little asshole evil robots because you're bigger than they are now. And they might have little missiles, but you got a bat. Mm-hmm. And you're in the middle of this robot war.
So there's a blender with a missile.
Yeah. Okay, it metamorphs.
Okay, how big is it when it metamorphs?
About the size of a rearranged blender. With little tiny missiles that sting.
What's the biggest appliance they could be? Fridge?
Yeah. The fridge.
Because it's pretty big.
He's refrigeron prime. I don't know. Yep.
Great. Okay, so this is a game about smashing your appliances with a baseball bat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's a robot war, so there's a lot of them.
And to be clear, they are robots in disguise. So you don't know which of your appliances are the phonicons?
Yeah, you're getting it.
Okay. So...
Well, see, it's a game, so all the evil ones are going to have, like, red eyes. It'll be real easy.
My refrigerator or my microwave blinks red when it's done cooking food.
Well, you've got yourself a phonicon, sir. Sleep with one eye open. That, or you can choose that side in the war.
In the movies, did anyone ever choose their side? I don't understand what they're... I guess they hate each other, and that's about all I know about the Transformers.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, they always told us the Decepticons are bad or whatever. I never really got why, because I don't really remember the movies. Usually they just were exactly the same. They were just kind of meaner.
Well, maybe if you were on the other side, you'd be like, the Autobots suck. They're always beating up my friends.
Yeah, I think the main difference is that the Autobots didn't kill humans and the Decepticons didn't care about humans. So.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so you're gonna fight this robot war, and yes. In the end, their little tiny planet is saved, and they fly on home to their tiny robot planet.
Okay.
What's the Transformer planet called? I have to come up with a pun for this.
Remember the part of the podcast where I said the knowledge I have about the Transformers franchise is that they hate each other, and that's it? So when you ask me the question, what's the Transformers planet? I, of course, know the answer, which is the moon.
My god, it's Cybertron.
Okay.
Cybertron.
So give me that clever pun that I heard was coming.
Hypertron? I don't know. Who cares? It's you get the get the idea.
I'm glad this was set up, that we worked so hard for this joke, and Beckers gave us Cybertron. I don't know.
Hypertron. You're butchering it. You're butchering.
Hypertron, because they're so hyper there. They've all got the hyper
techno ball
with a Z
of America.
Do we claim it for
yeah, because that's the real the metamorphers. They evolved from garbage we sent to space.
Okay.
Yep. On their planet, which was called Techno Ball of America. Are you ready to move on from this, Bryce?
I would love to do that, please. Thank you. And I would like to move on to the investor shout out. Hello, investor. There's more of you. Or there will be. When you, dear listener, go to patreon.com/lastgeek, scroll down to the thing where it says investor shout out on Gaming Corp, and $5. Click on that. Click the sign up button. I'm sure there's one of those. Put in your credit card information, and then click submit. And then next time you're listening to this episode, you'll hear the words, "Hey Bethany, thank you for investing in Game Corp. You're amazing. Nobody tells you that enough, but we're here to tell you, Bethany, that you do deserve that promotion. Apply. Your other coworkers might say you're not good enough, but we know you are because you invested in Game Corp. So, it's of course time for us to say to our current investor, Aaron, apply for that job. You're good enough. We believe in you because you invested in Game Corp.
And your butt is great.
Yep. Beckers believes our investors have the best butts. I did it. Now you do something, Beckers.
It's my turn to do something, and that thing that I'm to do. So it's the anniversary episode, right? That's special. That's a thing that
we've
hasn't
been
happened.
doing this for 1 entire year.
And somehow we are still here and we're still doing this. And now we have an investor now and we're holding on to her real tight. And anyway, so it's a special episode, near and dear to our hearts. And because of that, we looked back on all the game ideas in our game idea bank. And we were like, we're never going to make 80% of these because we couldn't come up with anything for them the first 100 times we looked at them. And we probably still won't. So we're going to do a very quick Game Corp original speed round where we just fire off these game ideas back and forth right quick because they have kind of a cool name, but we're not actually going to make these games.
Yep.
Yes. Bryce, would you like to go first?
Let's kill the monster at the end of this game. Based on the hit Grover book, but without Grover in it.
Tasmanian Devil May Cry. It's very punny.
Getting into the Facebook comments, a video game mistake.
Underwatch.
Midwestern World.
Afroblocks.
1 vs 100 Battle Royale.
Crackman. Maybe we should have made that one.
Fort Day.
Super Smash Hose.
Kingdom Farts.
I'm peaked my audio with that one. I didn't expect it. Hearthstone.
Becker stole one of mine.
Oh, really? Was it Hearthstone?
No. Underwear Watch.
Oh. CS Goat.
And that's all the ones I have.
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
That's all I got.
But I have a fully formed idea ready to present. Have you ever heard of mermaids?
I have. And even when you say it weird like that, yes, I have.
It turns out they don't clean houses at all.
Oh my god.
They're not maids at all. I was tricked. This is a game where you play as a mermaid, but due to some horrible trick of genetics, you can't breathe under the water. You have no gills or skin breathing, whatever the mer people do. Um, so you have to survive above water without the use of your legs because you're a mermaid. You still got you have all of the features of a mer person, but without the breathing underwater that all your other family members have. You did bad on this one. You had one job, breathe underwater, and you messed it up. So, I think this is a game. It is a very crafting focused game where you have to obviously you're a very good swimmer and you can go under the water a while. Like you're not completely like you can hold your breath. But you have to go and retrieve parts of like crashed cars and sunken ships and stuff and try and craft some sort of mechanism for you to be able to like exist on the land, to get around
So what you're saying
yes
is that they need to craft a breathing apparatus out of kelp. And then they can go up on land and then they can beat up all the lions.
oh why
You would understand this reference if you had seen the hit buddy cop movie, The Other Guys.
I haven't seen that, and also I don't know why they would need a breathing apparatus. We've determined that they can't breathe underwater, but they could breathe above land.
Because they need a breathing apparatus for underwater.
Okay.
It's fine.
I guess once they build the breathing. See, I was just figuring that they would build a wheelchair or like a car or a land boat. That would be good.
What? A land boat, a car.
So I think you still need water. You need to be watered every once in a while. This is the whole turtle situation that we talked about last time.
Right. Turtles breathe air.
Yeah, so I think it would be good for you to combine a boat with a car and make a land car so that you can fill the boat part with water so you can drive around.
Some sort of metamorphing vehicle.
Or just the land car or a land boat.
Amphimobile.
Yeah. But
Amphibimobile.
you also presented the idea of just a way to breathe underwater, which I didn't think of. Maybe you'd be a better mer person than me. I was just like, get out of there.
That is without a doubt. I have the hair that does the flow underwater.
Maybe this is just the game about beating up scuba divers and taking their air tanks so that you can continue to live with your family. You have to be a siren and trick scuba divers into like falling into your traps so that you can take their air tanks and live a life in the land, water. That one.
Part of your own world.
Yeah. It's like Ariel where like everybody's like, you should go live on land. Like it's not safe for you here. And she's like, no, I want to hang out with you, Dad. But yeah.
Everything's better down where it's wetter. Listen to me.
Yep. This is the part of the podcast where Becker sings every Disney song she knows. And she knows them all.
I do.
I'm waiting.
Oh. Hakuna Matata.
That's my game idea. Do you have one?
Of course. Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes, actually I do. I've had 7 ghost experiences. There was this one time that I was alone in my childhood bedroom and I heard a voice from the other room calling me Dinkelberg, which is something my brother used to call me. So I assumed that the ghost thought my name was Dinkelberg. And then I was like, spooky. Real experience is a thing I think about once in a while. Please, nobody call me Dinkelberg.
Why do ghosts stay around, Bryce?
I assumed to call me Dinkelberg, but I think you have a different theory.
That's right. It's to fix up their regrets and their unfinished business that they left in their real lives while they were
at the start of that sentence, when you were like, to fix up, I thought you were gonna end up with the house. He's a carpenter ghost.
This is a game where you play as a ghost and you fix up your house.
Yes, like you're really disappointed at the state that you left your house. The new owners aren't really making the difference, fixing things up the way you would have liked. So you have to do some discreet carpentry, and that's why your house always creaks, because it's the ghost trying to fix up the floor. But yep. You don't leave enough nails and hammer laying around, so he can't do his job. So he's just kind of trying to push them around, and he's not very good at it.
Yeah, and that's why like the paranormal activity stuff happens, where everything is like quietly moved around or whatever, because ghosts are trying to fix your shit house.
If you ever have a haunting, just get the Property Brothers in there. Whichever show does the thing where they come in and make your house good. I think the Property Brothers just sell your house, which is also another alternative to having a ghost. Just get a new one. Get a new ghost in your new house. This one sucks. I'm getting into a house with a new ghost. He's gonna make me sandwiches. His regrets was he didn't make enough sandwiches when he was alive, so now he's making sandwiches for me.
I've got to be honest. I've been thinking about Kingdom Farts ever since you said that.
Beckers.
Bryce.
How far are you into Kingdom Hearts franchise? Because there's a podcast where you said you placed your hand on our most popular Corp game and said the words, "I'm going to play Kingdom Hearts before 3 comes out."
My PS4 is right there.
That's that's the Targaryen flag.
It's underneath the Targaryen flag because I was afraid I was going to get robbed and they'd see the PS4 and they'd take it. So I hid it behind the Targaryen flag. But that box is a PS4.
Okay.
I'm moving on Thursday, guys.
My favorite part about the PlayStation 4 is how you can play it while it's still in the packaging. Next level graphics. I drew a little picture on the side of the box that said, look like Mickey Mouse. And sometimes he says, "Oh, yuck, you're the best Keyblade wielder."
Can we talk about this game I was going to make?
What's the game about?
Ghosts. It's about ghosts, and It's not about ghost construction. Although it could include ghost construction.
Okay.
So it's a game where you play as a ghost and you've died, like ghosts do, because they're ghosts because they died. And then you go around finishing up your unfinished business.
Like your house.
Before you can pass on and head up to that big old bowling alley in the sky.
Yep.
And when it thunders, Grandpa's bowling up there.
Okay. What's the rest of the words you're going to say?
Well, that's the concept, Bryce.
The concept is your grandpa is bowling upstairs.
If he's passed on,
Okay.
which he may or may not be. So he maybe, okay, so you're a ghost and maybe you have unfinished business. So let's talk about this. How'd you die? Was it murder? It was murder. So you have to get revenge because you're a ghost now because you have unfinished business. Like Casper.
What was his unfinished business?
I don't remember, but I remember just now that this whole unfinished business thing was a thing in Casper, the Friendly Ghost. I think.
I remember that his uncles were just rude boys who would go around being rude. And then at one point, Casper had the hots for the girl who lived in his house. And then he got turned human and he kissed the girl and then went back to being a ghost. Oh, there was a fairy godmother in that movie for some reason. Because there was a machine that could make him human, but then it broke, so he couldn't be human anymore. But then the fairy godmother turned him human for one night so that he could kiss the girl. But no, at no point was there any, let's do the unfinished business. Let's free you from this thing.
I wonder what I'm thinking about.
I don't know. I don't
feel like
Casper the Friendly Ghost was just about Casper really wanting to kiss a girl and his uncles ruining it with their pranks. Also, there was, I think, a point where he ghosted through the telephone wires, or one of the ghosts did, which means that they aren't necessarily locked to the house.
So, what I have found out is that Bryce was wrong.
Okay.
As usual, and that Casper, the ghost, that movie did indeed have a big thing about unfinished business.
But did Casper himself have unfinished business?
He did. It was something about he became a ghost that his father wouldn't be lonely or some shit.
Is his father still alive?
I don't remember, and whatever you think it is probably wrong because you were already wrong.
Okay, fine. Go to Game Make Corp, go to Twitter, I don't know, just find Game Make Corp or Becker's, tweet at Becker's specifically and be like, you are right or you are wrong. Also tag me so that I can view you calling her out because I'm right.
Everybody on Team Becker's, cookies.
Okay. What's the game idea, please? This has been the Casper podcast for way too long.
Yeah, at some point, okay, we got derailed again, as the usual. So you're here to fix up your past ghost problems. Maybe, okay, so I discussed one already. Maybe you got murdered.
Okay.
So you gotta get ghost revenge.
And then you gotta murder your murderer?
So you gotta haunt them. And then you gotta, like, go paranormal activity on their ass.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. And drag them into the...
Spoilers.
The netherworld. I don't remember.
I've never seen it.
That may or may not be part of that movie. I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay. So that's one thing. One type of unfinished business you could have.
Couldn't you just stab them? Instead of dragging them into the netherworld? That seems like a whole kerbuckle.
Okay, well, ghosts tend to be less direct.
Yeah.
Very dramatic.
Okay.
Yeah, so what's some other unfinished business you could have? Maybe you never told Susie that you loved her. So you have to make pottery with her on a pottery wheel. Like in that one movie.
Or you could write down the words, I love you, sign Jeremy. I wrote this when I was still alive. Don't be scared. But now you know. And like...
Yeah. Maybe you disappeared and she doesn't know that you died, so she thought you just ghosted her. That was in
Okay.
my pocket. I was ready for that one. Yeah. Can you think of any more unfinished business, Bryce?
I think I really nailed the one where you didn't do enough fixing up of your house, so you
Okay.
really got to do creak those boards.
Yeah, you got to creak some boards and hammer your house, whatever, because you were working on this house.
People should really leave more loose nails around their house so that the ghost can do the job effectively and
And
not,
then pass on because they
yeah.
feel like they finished the house for you.
Yep.
So if you've got creaky floorboards, you know what to do. Yep. I have another one.
Go on.
What if you died with a lot of debt? So you got to figure out a way to make sure that your debt doesn't burden your loved ones.
Okay.
You got to get a part-time ghost job.
Okay. Is that how Slimer ended up working for the Ghostbusters?
Yes.
Because I always wondered why he was on the Ghostbusters team, but I guess if they're paying him money, they were also, I guess, give him chili dogs because he ate those a lot. But I guess maybe he was getting paid in U.S. dollars, and then he went and bought his own chili dogs.
Mm-hmm. It's all in the Ghostbusters novels. I'm sure those are out there.
There's a great number of comic books that continue the story.
What you didn't know is that he's got a wife and kids that survived him, and they're living with his credit card debt.
Yep.
And he's just trying to pay it off by working for the Ghostbusters. They could also get a job at a haunted house.
That's an option.
Seasonal job. Spook the humans.
What's the third option?
To make the big bucks. A different job?
Yep.
To be an accountant.
Okay.
Maybe if you were an accountant in human life, you could still be an accountant in ghost life. I don't see why you couldn't still do that. If you could do the other job.
You have to file the paperwork of like they would have filed it of like you're dead, but like you have to like make the IRS think that you're still alive so that you can still do your taxes and stuff and pay the first things. Because I don't think they allow ghosts to have money normally. You gotta pretend like you're still alive.
There's probably different rules for the afterlife. Seeing as how, ghosts don't really benefit from like roads and public schools. Maybe they don't have to be taxed.
Yes. So this does the
You all right?
If somebody was making an income, you figure the government would want to know who this person is, and then they'd go, that person's dead. This probably isn't okay, and would come to investigate, and then they'd find the scary see-through man there and get an exorcist or the property brothers in there to get rid of him. So you gotta file paperwork so the government thinks you're alive. Is what I'm trying to indicate. That yes, I'm sure there's also the afterlife government who also is probably taxing you in ghost dollars.
Then we can be one of those dead voters everyone's worried about.
Yeah.
But you're really alive, sort of. You're a ghost.
Maybe the reason that you died was that you weren't active enough politically, so you gotta cast your vote.
Yeah, that's your unfinished business.
Yeah.
You're just really upset about how politics are going right now, so you've got to ghost it up until it's fixed. We could use some ghosts like that.
Ron Paul, one of these years, gonna get him elected. That's my unfinished business.
We're gonna have our first ghost president by 2030. Mark my words. Ghost president.
America's haunted now.
Yeah, they said you could only be president for 2 terms in your life.
There's
You get
nothing.
reelected as a ghost?
There's nothing in the Constitution that says a ghost can't be president.
And there's nothing that says dogs can't play basketball.
Okay, so this is a game about being a ghost that has to get a job. Yes.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Ghostest with the mostest. Or just ghost with the most.
Why?
Or just ghost. Roast. Host. Boast.
Ghost roast. Hey, I got this hot new game where you play as a ghost and you have to be an accountant, and then you have to like elude the government. Like they don't know that you're dead, so you like sometimes like the mailman comes around and you have to go get the mail without anybody seeing. It's real cool. Like it's a stealth game, and there's a bunch of number crunching. It's really cool. Oh, that's awesome. What's it called? Ghost roast. What?
What's this? You know, this is kind of basically like undead Sims.
Okay.
It's like you can do anything while you're a ghost, depending on what your goal is. Your ghost goal. Ghost. So let's call it like Sims for Ghost.
Can I offer a suggestion?
You can.
We don't do that. It's my idea that we don't do that one.
Wow, that's so unhelpful. Okay, so how about, let's see.
Oh,
Oh, it's like Second Life. And you don't have to even pun it out because it kind of implies that it's your second life already, you know? Like, you've lived one and that one's over. Could just call it Afterlife.
Frick. What's the thing where you have to work more than normal?
Overtime?
Yeah. After time? After time, Dad's still punching the clock.
Oh. How about just Ghost Overtime?
No, that's
I don't
boring.
like Aftertime. It's not good enough, Bryce.
Under the ground and no. I was trying to think of like underpaid, but we're buried.
Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a... You're not living. Making a living. Except you're not, because you're dead.
Making a living, Ghost got bills. Making a living, Ghost got bills.
I think that's good enough for the point I am with this idea.
That'll do it. One year we peaked.
We peaked.
It's all downhill from here, folks. Please stick around for it. Watch the car crash as it happens. You can't look away.
You can't. It's that bad.
And
also,
good.
It's really great.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Hashtag GameMate Corp. Send us ideas.
Please.
Otherwise, we're going to make games like, what was it called again?
Which one?
Making a living Ghost Time.
Ghost got bills.
Ghost got bills.
Overtime with the afterlife. Afterlife overtime.
Afterlife overtime. I like that kind of.
Okay,
I kind of like that.
Making a living afterlife overtime? Or
how about just afterlife overtime?
Afterlife overtime.
Okay, I like that better.
Okay, cool. We nailed it. Afterlife overtime, first try.
All right. First try. Where can people find you, Bryce?
they can go to iTunes on their podcast app, and they can search for Game Make Corp, and then they can listen to my voice by clicking the play button somewhere, but then they can also find where there's like 5 stars, and they can click all of those stars, and then in the comments they can type in my favorite game was the one where they talked about the ghost having to fix up my house, and that explains why my floors creak. You made this scary thing good now. I appreciate you. I've invested in your company $500.
Okay, that's a bit much to expect, I think. But, maybe $4.99.
Sure. Where can where can people find you, Beckers?
They can find me under their beds. I'm always there. At Dr. Beckers with an S on Twitch. At Dr. Beckers with a Z on Twitter. Do you have more things to say, Bryce? Are you good?
I'm trying to decide if you're checking for monsters or you are the monster under their bed.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I ate the other monsters. I checked for them and I
beat them up.
Sustained by their life force.
You can find me at Last Geek on Twitter, Last Geek Plays on Twitch and on Instagram, and lastgeek.com for the links to my social medias and also links to the podcast and other podcasts that are good. That's it. 1 year. We did it. How do you feel? How are you feeling?
I feel good.
That's good.
I hope people listening feel good.
Yep.
You have great butts.
Thank you for everyone who has been here since episode 0. And thank you for everyone who has just tuned in. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we're excited for the future that we share together. And when you're listening to every single one of our episodes, if you just tuned in, you need to go back and start at episode 0. If you have listened since episode 0, go back and listen to them again. We've been leaving subtle codes in each episode, and if you listen, you can string them together and unlock the mysteries that we've been hiding for you. But while you're listening to those episodes, remember,
Titties.
have fun.